9. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. The election of a new pope is likely not about geography or politics. Chris Davis reports on what one Hoosier spiritual leader says about the election of Robert Provost, the new pope.
The bells at the University of Notre Dame's Basilica of the Sacred Heart at the news of the election of Pope Leo XIV.
The rule of thumb was always because America was such a world power that we probably wouldn't see an American pope.
Archbishop Charles Thompson of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis with comments at a press conference Thursday.
The cardinals got together and identified what are the needs, what do we need to be focusing on, and then who had those gifts.
Thompson says the selection is less about politics and more about being Christ-centered. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
There was a crash involving two New Prairie minibuses that injured several baseball players Thursday afternoon in LaPorte County. Deputies say it happened along US 20. A box truck hit a bus, and then one of them rolled onto its side. The team was on its way to a game in Hobart. The school later canceled that varsity game. A man stabbed on Indianapolis West Side has died. The cops say it happened Thursday morning near Crawfordsville and North Girls School roads. So far, no arrests have been made. More than 500 people are being laid off from the RV industry in northern Indiana come June. Governor Mike Braun gave that brief mention during Thursday's RV Power Breakfast in Elkhart.
We'll get through it. Quickly on tariffs, we'll be okay. We're resilient. I know a lot of the industry has got some of their supply chain there.
And he talked not just about layoffs, but also about tariffs on Asian countries. Braun speaking at a gathering at some of the most powerful people in one of Indiana's biggest manufacturing industries. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
This Mother's Day, give Mom what she really wants, a better backyard. Hey, Pat Sullivan here from Sullivan Hardware and Garden, and we're kicking off the biggest outdoor sale of the season. Right now, take an extra 10% off our already marked down premium patio furniture. Think all-weather wicker, Berlin Gardens poly, Trex poly, cast aluminum, teak. Stylish, durable, and yes, all in stock and ready to go. And what's a perfect patio without a little shade? We've got the best umbrella sale of the year. 20% off all in-stock umbrellas. Just in time for a sunny afternoon with Mom. And hey, if she's into grilling, we've got her covered there too. Weber, Traeger, the Big Green Egg, and yes, the Gosney Pizza Oven. We'll even assemble it, fill the tank, and send it to your home ready to fire up, free of charge. So whether you're celebrating Mom or upgrading your own space, this is the weekend to make your backyard the place to be. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's.
Good Friday morning, Greenfield. Looking at westbound 70 right now coming into Indianapolis. And right now it's going to be 13 minutes as you make your way from State Road 92465 on the east side. And another 5 into the north split. Taking 70 out to the airport this morning, westbound 70 looking fantastic from the south split out to 465 west side. That's going to be 6 minutes, no delays right now, an additional 3 as you make your way into the airport collector. Again, nothing slowing us down so far this Friday morning. Please have a safe commute. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
Hey, Tony, good morning. Happy Friday to you. A little crisp here this morning, but really should be a beautiful afternoon. A little below average, but still pretty pleasant, mostly sunny skies. We'll finish with a high of around 68 later today. We're mainly clear. It's going to be another chilly overnight tonight, a low down to 45. The weekend looks beautiful. If you're heading out to IMS for the Grand Prix tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 77. Mother's Day looks better. Sunshine, warmer, a high of 81. Monday, partly cloudy and warmer. There will be a chance of showers, but not until late in the evening. Monday's high warm, 83.
That's Marcus Bailey. He's from Wish TV. Marcus, as always, we appreciate you. Right now, we're talking about he said crisp, right? Marcus said crisp. 44 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:07.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by B&W HVAC, Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard air dealer.
The announcement has been made, and it is an astonishing selection. An American, the first American, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, 69 years old, born in Chicago, Illinois, created a cardinal just 2 years ago by Pope Francis, is the new pope.
Knock me over with a feather. In 2 days, when there was simply no front runner, there was no indication of which way the Cardinals were going to go. An American. There's nothing but surprise that took place yesterday. The fifth vote, the white smoke comes forth. People couldn't believe it. The expert, I mean, people follow this all day long. Surprised. And then to see Robert Prevost, who will be known as Pope Leo XIV. Incredible stuff. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. All I know is when he does make a visit to the United States, the Mass at Wrigley Field is going to be something. Although I have read that he is actually a White Sox fan and not a Cubs fan. So I don't know how many people showed up to Comiskey. Is it still Comiskey? Is that still it? Or do you just do the whole thing at Soldier Field? Point is, it's going to sell out. Massive move. Now, people have already commented, oh, he's anti-Trump. And it's the Pope. Things don't change. Of course, you should treat these people better. Of course, you should let more migrants in. Of course, you should care for this one. Popes do what they do. I'm not surprised by this. In a time past, Pope John Paul II, who would not have argued for loving your fellow man, or he would not have argued against it. He would have been like, of course. The fact that he helped Thatcher and Reagan take down communism, well, that's just... he wasn't your everyday run-of-the-mill guy. No idea what Pope Leo here brings to the table. He is part of an order that follows St. Augustine, which is a very small group. I think there's only 2,800 members worldwide. So I'm curious as to people what that means to those who are Catholics and his selection. I would love to have known where the conclave saw things, why they went in this direction. There's answers that I think many people would love to have, but as a selection, shocking, surprising, doesn't mean a change for the church. No idea as of yet. But yesterday was something to behold. Pope Leo XIV. Deep dish pizza all around. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, fueling the hospitality talent pipeline. At 6:32, brought to you by the proud members of the Indiana Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions who build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Beck Toyota has been sold to the Hubler Automotive Group. But before the Hubler name comes, everything goes. And when Hubler says everything goes, we mean it. Every pre-owned Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, Tundra, every car, every truck, everything in the showroom, everything on the lot. Need credit? Managers will be on site, accepting applications for immediate review. Plus, Hubler's got you covered. Every Q-certified vehicle includes our 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Before the grand opening of Hubler Toyota, everything goes. It's your chance to save like never before. Don't miss it. When Hubler says everything goes, we mean it. On US 31 South in Indianapolis, across from Hubler Chevrolet. Visit HublerToyota.com. Before the Hubler name comes, everything goes. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
They told us nothing but lies.
These timeshare thieves out there are terrible.
They bullied us.
Our timeshare is all a scam.
They stole from us. They were thieves.
I was completely taken advantage of.
Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group, and I know the tough spot you're in. Are you asking yourself, why did I buy that timeshare? I'll tell you why, because that presentation wasn't a normal sales pitch. It was a show to convince you that timeshare is a great investment. They told you it was available today and today only. They said you're foolish if you don't buy, and unfortunately, you believed them. We get over 3,000 complaints a week from folks just like you that were misled into buying a timeshare. Give us a call. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Mecum Auctions returns to the Indiana State Fairgrounds May 9th through 17th for Dana Mecum's 38th Original Spring Classic. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. And with more than 3,000 vehicles up for auction, it's a chance to bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy tickets now at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
Hey, it's Matt Bear here for Trajan Wealth. It's May. We're feeling good heading into the weekend, but, maybe not so great about the markets. That's understandable. And Trajan Wealth, the fiduciary, with your best interest at heart, are ready to get to know you and join you in your retirement journey. Call and schedule your first appointment to get to know the team. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. You can trust Trajan. They're family-owned, veteran-led. Their retirement income planning services start with an in-depth understanding of your short and long-term goals. In other words, they want to get to know you, the person, then design a tailor-made portfolio that's customized to your dreams for the future. Call today and learn more about these strategies. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what in the world are you doing?
What's happening, Tony? Happy Friday. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side. A little bit slow. Raymond Street into the south, but that is a work zone that's going to become a lot bigger in a couple of weeks. Follow at WIBC Traffic and at Matt and Traffic, and details will continue to be there. But again, it's northbound 65, that area from 465 on to the south split. That's going to be trouble in both directions on I-65. Right now, everything looking good coming in from Fisher is the I-69 portion of our interstate system, looking good from 96th Street to 465. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
44 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
So the trade deal between the U.S. and the UK. It was interesting that as it was being discussed yesterday in the Oval, it led with ranchers and farmers. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. And I'm curious how they see this, because everything has been about manufacturing. That's been the whole story. So when you see that it's opening up $5 billion worth of opportunity, specifically on beef and other agricultural exports, you're like, okay, that's interesting stuff. And then you learn that the deal doesn't change the tariff. 10% remains. And you say, well, that's odd. We're keeping it, and I thought the deal was going to get rid of it. How does the market view it? Because that means that all things imported from the UK, the price just went up on everything, no matter what. I think the deal right now is still seen as a mixed bag because the details are still being poured over. Which is to say, we are the ones looking at this and asking, is this everything we want it to be? Are we missing something? Is there a problem here? Now, the UK absolutely subsidizes agriculture. They're protectionist in that way. So when we see, hey, we're going to open up $5 billion to the American market because we're going to move it away from other markets, which is kind of what they said, it's just a question of, well, will they actually buy? That you open up the market doesn't mean that it's actually going to be purchased. There is an interesting question of, if we're now going to be putting more beef into the UK, does that mean that we're going to see less beef in the United States, and thus supply and demand being real, beef prices will rise in the U.S.? Now, I can't get angry at ranchers if that's the case. They have expanded markets. They should be people who take advantage of expanded markets. Not going to get angry with them for that. But that the 10% remains, that there's no guarantee that the purchasing is going to take place, I think the deal is still kind of a mixed bag. We could argue that it's created opportunities. We can argue that it's created a framework, and we might see how other countries now do this kind of work. There was also a tremendous announcement of a huge aerospace buy by the UK, billions of dollars in airplanes being purchased from the U.S. I'm not saying that there aren't plenty of good things that can come. That is not at all my argument. I'm just not 100% sure we understand everything about this deal. And I think the markets are showing us that we don't know everything about this deal. Right now, the Dow futures are up 9, and the NASDAQ futures are up 70. I'm not sure everybody gets it. Or everybody agrees with it. What's interesting is that the Democratic Party is desperate to get businesses to show the cost of tariffs. Jamie Raskin, a duplicitous human being, congressman from Maryland, is introducing the Truth in Tariffs Act. He wants you to display the cost of tariffs. Display the cost of inflation. How about we display where the item is made? Everybody purchasing on Amazon has to see how much of their stuff is made in China. You have to show it. Wouldn't that be the better thing to do? How much is made in Canada? How much is made in Israel? How much is made in South Korea? How much is made anywhere? Show us. Show us the products and where they're made, and we can decide whether or not to buy them. Oh, we have to show the tariffs. That'll show everybody how bad Trump is. Tariffs are taxes, but I don't think people view it as Trump bad. I don't think that's what's happening. They're right now viewing it as curious. What does this mean for me? Where are my prices actually going up? Which is why Trump really wants to see interest rates go down. So it would make the lending of cash and borrowing easier on everybody. We leave that there. That's step one. 10% is clearly the new baseline. This is one of the things that the deal states. Regardless of what the deal with the UK might bring American ranchers, Midwest farmers, and I hope it's good things. And I'm curious to hear from them. If the 10% remains, that's a story. We are now a nation that does 10% tariffs across the board. But we're doing it based on it brings us in money. Well, it brings us in money because we pay more for the good. But are we doing this because of trade deficits? Because if we are, we have to stop doing that. Trade deficits are not our problem. Who cares? Who cares if they sell more to us than they buy from us? If the good is inexpensive and yet quality, we're better off. And yes, to everybody saying we don't need cheap goods, I'm looking at you like you have 9 heads because you do. I didn't know that the Republican Party was going to, what was the line? The Republican Party is becoming the Democrat Party of 1991. I didn't know that this was going to happen, but I'm not there. Of course, the good being inexpensive is better. I didn't say you shouldn't deal with national security. I didn't say we don't want to put an end to China's dominance in a series of areas. Of course we do. Only been saying it my whole career. But hey, it's okay if you spend more. Says Howard Lutnick, billionaire. Sorry. That's a very Democrat messaging piece, and I'd like for it to stop. And then in one of the greatest moves I have seen, because Tom Tillis, the senator from North Carolina, is, I believe the Latin term is nincompoop. He won't advance Ed Martin out of committee to be voted on to be the U.S. Attorney of Washington, D.C. Why? Because he's ridiculous. He referred to Ed Martin as a good man, and if it was any other district in the United States, he'd be a yes vote. That means you've got an emotional issue, and I don't want people with emotional issues in the U.S. Senate, which is something that means Chris Murphy clearly has to go. So President Trump said, okay, I'm going to move him over to DOJ, enjoy working with him there. I'm going to move Jeanine Pirro to be the interim U.S. Attorney for D.C. I'm sorry, did you say Jeanine Pirro? Yeah, I did. You mean Judge Jeanine Pirro? Yes, I do. She's one of the hosts of The Five on Fox, isn't she? Why, yes, she is. That Jeanine Pirro will now be the interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. What a world, kids. What a world. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 slow after Raymond Street into the Sound Split. And this is a construction zone and one where you start to lose lanes as you approach the Sound Split. It's no fun. And it feels a little bit tricky the first time you go through it, even the second time as you have more and more traffic on the interstate. Right now, it's pretty light. Just be careful. This is your first time through, and it's going to expand the closer to May 17th that we get off details on that as we proceed through next week. Also, inbound 69 wide open right now for Fishers. What's happening, Fishers? Looking good from State Road 37 to 465 on the northeast side. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Do we have a new Pope?
Pope Watch continues. Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Spring in Indy, and if you hate to paint, do what your neighbor Don did. He called Rhino Shield.
Well, the home was built in 1948. Paint on the aluminum siding was peeling, and I couldn't find anyone who would repaint it until I called Rhino Shield.
Rhino Shield's better than paint. And the crew?
Painted all my aluminum siding, and I've got a front porch that runs the whole length of the house, and all the pillars and everything. And once they were gone, I couldn't even tell that they were there.
With Rhino Shield's 25-year transferable warranty, you'll never have to paint your home again. And right now, you can have Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
Well, I've told a lot of people, do the Rhino Shield. It's really a great product, and if you don't want to paint the house, that would be the way to go.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct, and May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season. And right now, during their home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, half off. You heard right. You can upgrade your home with beautiful, energy-efficient windows for half the cost. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months. That's a whole year to enjoy your new windows before you pay a single cent. And here's the cherry on top. You'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Now, some restrictions may apply, so to get all the information and schedule your free in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today at 317-659-7574, 317-659-7574. Universal Windows Direct's home improvement season sale. Half off your windows, no interest, no payments for 12 months. 317-659-7574. Tell them Rob sent you.
This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives.
Did you know Indiana has a critical shortage of high school referees?
It's causing our games to be canceled or understaffed, and we need your help. I'm Greer Swim from Fishers High School.
And I'm Cooper Allen from Shenandoah High School. We need you so we can keep playing our favorite sports.
So our opportunities to learn aren't limited.
So our experience in high school sports is everything it should be.
With your help, we can make sure we have enough officials for every game.
And student athletes around the state always have the chance to grow through high school sports.
Are you game? Sign up as a high school official in your community today.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. High school sports can't happen without high school officials. Help us fill an urgent need in our state so games aren't canceled or understaffed. Visit ihsaa.org to become an official today. This is protecting high school sports. This is serving your community. This is your IHSAA.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Mass is being held by the first American Pope. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 44 degrees. Your high today is 69. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
As we celebrate this morning, I invite you to recognize the marvels that the Lord has done, the blessings that the Lord continues to pour out upon all of us.
Pope Leo XIV holding his first Mass in the Sistine Chapel right now.
Through the ministry of Peter, you have called me to carry that cross and to be blessed with that mission. And I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me as we continue as a church.
The Pope was born in Chicago. He spent his entire career ministering in Peru. CenterPoint Energy says they're in the home stretch of a years-long project to upgrade gas pipelines across the Hoosier State. The company plans to invest $25 million over the next years to replace 19 miles of old steel and cast iron lines with newer, safer infrastructure. In central Ohio,
the raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my God. Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now.
You heard that right. The animal's name is Chewy. He had a glass meth pipe in its mouth when he was sitting in the driver's seat of a car that the officer had stopped.
No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
that. That's why I'm going to do it. Hey, buddy.
Huh?
It's okay.
The raccoon was not harmed, police said. They added a notification to the proper authorities. The raccoon was taken away from the woman, who is now facing several drug charges.
Chewy?
Chewy.
The raccoon's name was Chewy?
Yes.
Not Smokey.
Not Smokey. It's Chewy. Yep.
Chewy.
And to the best of our knowledge, the raccoon did not get high. He was only looking for the residue in the pipe. He seemed to be kind of investigating the pipe.
Today's newscast brought to you by the Supporting Sobriety Podcast. Be sure to check out Ryan Hedrick and Matt Baer. No, seriously, now more than ever, and make sure your pets are listening as well. I know it's supposed to be funny, but something about this is very sad. All right, go back to news. I apologize. Chewy.
All right, Tony. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. Data from Visit Indy suggests Indianapolis employs some 83,000 hospitality workers, and visitors generate $5.8 billion in economic impact annually. Now, a new co-op program at Indiana University, Indianapolis aims to fuel the hospitality talent pipeline by giving students on-the-job experience through a partnership with Maryville-based White Lodging Services Corporation, which operates the JW Marriott and 4 other Indianapolis hotels. IU Indianapolis Director of Internships, Amy Vaughn.
And we're rolling out new curriculum, and we've added in the new curriculum a complete hospitality major. So we're really investing in hospitality. We think it's such an important industry to our city and to our state.
Liberation Labs has announced the first customer at its biomanufacturing plant currently under construction in the Midwest Industrial Park in Richmond. The VC is a Dutch ingredients startup whose dairy protein can be used in protein drinks, powders, and vegan-friendly protein bars. The dairy protein will be produced at the company's $115 million facility in the industrial park. Production expected to begin next year. Bruce Kettler, the president and CEO of the Agribusiness Council of Indiana, has announced he will be leaving the role at the end of July. Prior to joining ACI, Kettler served as director of the Indiana State Department of Agriculture. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are men and women building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
In May, we're shifting into high gear with full throttle coverage of Business at the Brickyard, presented by LIUNA. From the boardroom to the backstretch, get the inside track on how motorsports fuels the Hoosier economy. We'll put you inside the driver's seat with exclusive stories from around the state and an all-access pass to the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So buckle up and join us for Emmy Award-winning Business at the Brickyard coverage in May. United Way of Central Indiana has awarded more than $500,000 to 33 organizations in 7 counties to launch or expand literacy initiatives. The grants come from United Way's Literary Fund to help child care providers, schools, and community groups support literacy projects that help children from birth to age 8. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, Gary, northbound 65 on the south side. Slow. Raymond Street up to the south split. That's because of road construction, and lanes start to get reduced as you approach the south split. Again, stop and go traffic right now. Raymond into that interchange. Looking at inbound 69, fantastic. State Road 37 to 465. Good morning, Lebanon. We're checking out southbound 65 right now, coming down from US 52 to the Dogleg 865, and that looks pretty fantastic. From State Road 47 in Lebanon, it's going to be about 19 minutes down to 465 on the west side. That's 19 minutes, no delays. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family strongly about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
43 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. We check on sports, and Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, the Indiana Pacers know they're going to face a desperate Cleveland team tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse when they face the top-seeded Cavs, who are down 2-0 in their best-of-7 playoff series, thanks to this guy right here, Tyrese Halliburton.
The series isn't over, far from over. We know they've had some guys down. There'll probably be more guys who will come back throughout the course of the series, and you never know what that's going to look like. But this is a team who is the number one seed for a reason.
So the Cavs only dropped back-to-back games 3 times this season. Halliburton tweaked his left wrist, but he says he's fine. Tip-off 7:30 tonight downtown. Western Conference NBA playoffs, the Minnesota Timberwolves even up their series with the Golden State Warriors by beating them 117-93. And the Sancio Grand Prix returns to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway tomorrow. Catch coverage over on, right here on WIBC at 2. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Join our B&W Premier Club for additional benefits and exclusive discounts.
B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, 317-214-0108, your American Standard air dealer.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
The Grand Prix is happening tomorrow. Ready for that? This month is jam-packed. So many good things. And I'm telling you right now, I don't understand why we have never discussed having a morning porch party somewhere in Speedway. I don't even get it. I don't know how we've never thought of doing this. I think that is insane. Ridiculous. Producer Carl. How is it actually, you know what? I can't even blame you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. We haven't worked together long enough. How did Matt Bear not think of this? He didn't think of this when he was the producer of this show. He didn't think of this in all the time he's been doing traffic, all the years he's been in Indianapolis, gracing WIBC's airwaves, which I think is like 15 years now, or whatever it is. Some crazy number that Matt Bear has been allowed to get paid for doing this.
I have been here in the building since 2009. Yes.
So it's 2025. Carry that's 1,400 years.
1,400 years. I thought the ageless traffic guy.
How are we not doing a porch party?
I don't know. I think it'd be fantastic. We could have one here on the Circle. We have 1,000 balconies. They're just places we could just show up at without a permit and just.
Yeah, but why couldn't we just do it in? I mean, I guess we could just do it outside one day. And just have our own porch party, like, on the Circle. You are right about that. Like we used to do Donut Day.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We could do that. That challenge, that's fine. Can't we find a place in Speedway?
Yeah, we could do it from the go-kart track. Isn't it Sarah Fisher over there?
First of all, Sarah Fisher would open up the place.
Yeah.
Sarah's listening right now. Sarah Fisher would open up the place, but then she'd also have to sponsor it. So Sarah would have to open up the place and write a check. 2 things Sarah has to do.
I
expect a text, Sarah, in momentarily. But like honestly, why can't we be on someone's patio? And we'll do coffees and we'll do mimosas and morning cigars. Why not?
I think it'd be a blast. Like, find somebody's house, maybe like on one of the streets that are closed, like Oleo Road or something like that. Or I said Oleo Road.
Yeah, you did say Oleo Road.
No, that's a
commute.
That's up in Hamilton County.
That's one heck of a far-reaching porch party.
Sorry.
I just think we could do this. I think we should do this. As a matter of fact, I can't believe we haven't done this. I'm shocked.
I think
I'm shocked at myself. I want to apologize. That's nuts that we have not thought of this. And so I want you to apologize too, Matt.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You didn't mean that.
No, I am. I am sorry. I would love to be amongst the Speedway people for the race and have a porch party.
Well, this whole place sucks.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have these people. I mean, seriously. No, it's. I think that this is an opportunity and something we have to pursue.
F these people.
Thank you. It's about time. Yeah, it would be a great thing, and I could even help park and find parking spaces. I'd make myself useful. You know,
it'd be great
for once.
Matt Baer doing valet. If we could put it together in no time, I would do it in a heartbeat. Today, I'm at PA Jewelers there at the Farmhouse, their grand opening, one of our great sponsors, from 4 to 7 p.m. on Green Street in Brownsburg. I will be there for that. You should come on by and take advantage of all the deals. And there's some incredible deals. And then the Meekum auction is taking place. I will be live at the Meekum auction on Tuesday, May 13th from noon to 3. The show will be live. Can't wait to do that. Hammer and Nigel, they will be doing the show live from Carb Day. I don't know who approved this thing. That is going to be their very last show. There's no way they survived this. Can't. Hammer, Nigel, Carb Day. Is our insurance paid up? I hope. It's going to be amazing. They got qualifying before that. And then, of course, the Indianapolis 500 heard right here on 93 WIBC, WIBC.com. It's going to be an incredible race. So a lot going on, a lot happening. We can put together a porch party. We can do that. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Another update is just minutes away.
Cardinals locked inside a conclave taking secret votes a second day.
Need to reach a 2/3 majority to confirm a new pope.
Hear the news.
President Trump trade deal with Britain. There may be more to come.
As events happen.
Hit and run, kill the child.
White Dodge Charger speeding, striking a bicycle, carrying a man and a child.
We'll happen to be there.
29-year-old man collapsed and died shortly after crossing the finish line. Mini marathon.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Hey, it's Matt Baer here for Trajan Wealth. It's May. We're feeling good heading into the weekend, but, maybe not so great about the markets. That's understandable. And Trajan Wealth, the fiduciary, with your best interest at heart, are ready to get to know you and join you in your retirement journey. Call and schedule your first appointment to get to know the team. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. You can trust Trajan. They're family-owned, veteran-led. Their retirement income planning services start with an in-depth understanding of your short and long-term goals. In other words, they want to get to know you, the person, then design a tailor-made portfolio that's customized to your dreams for the future. Call today and learn more about these strategies. 317-480-4040 or visit TrajanWealth.com. Remember, your first appointment is on them. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer, what's going on?
All right, Tony, northbound 65, stop and go traffic, Raymond Street into the south, a split. And this is a construction zone where we start to lose lanes the closer to the south split we get. Now we're a little bit slow on northbound 65 after the north split to West Street. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
43 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
When you golf in Missouri, the courses are so close, you'll spend more time on the fairway than the freeway. After the back nine, enjoy world-class dining and distilleries, shops, spas, museums, and more. Find your new golf MO at visitmo.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, Jeff Roush for Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get Lincoln's employee pricing on most all new Lincolns at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Get up to $20,000 off select 2024 Navigators, up to $8,000 off select 2024 Nautilus, or up to $7,000 off select 2024 Corsair at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
Navigator MSRP 105,575, Nautilus MSRP 61,995, Corsair MSRP 47,820. Offers good through May 31st, 2025. Navigators excluded from employee pricing. Subject to credit approval. See dealer for complete offer details.
Denny Smith for Sundown Gardens, where the annual hanging basket sale is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's right. It's 20% off hanging baskets this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Sundown Gardens, plus 30% off chocolates. Now, you know your mom loves flowers and chocolate. And the nursery's full of high-quality trees and shrubs. The greenhouse is overflowing with annuals, perennials, and more. Don't forget, the hanging basket sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, sundowngardens.com.
News doesn't wait, and neither should you. Breaking news updates, local headlines, and statewide coverage are always available at WIBC.com. When the news moves fast, we will too. Stay in the know while you're on the go with WIBC.com.
So now we're talking about one not as big, beautiful bill.
What you gonna do?
The Speaker of the House, his name is Mike Johnson. He's from Louisiana. Telling Republicans that he's looking at a slimmed-down package of tax cuts because there might not be enough spending cuts that could be found to offset the proposal, which is originally $4.5 trillion. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. It'll be a $4 trillion package with $1.5 trillion in cuts. So if it was $4.5 trillion, Republicans want $2 trillion in offsets. The numbers boggle the mind. So there are Republicans leaking out that there's absolutely no way we're going to hit $2 trillion. It's just not going to happen. Can't happen. Now, will they hit 1.5 trillion in cuts? I hate the idea that I'm not going to see a tax decrease because they can't cut some spending. That I have to pay more in taxes because they can't do the cuts. I'm infuriated by such a thought process because that's the idea that they get whatever it is they want. I'm not a fan of that. But there's a political reality at play. And I'm not so sure Republicans have it all together. And you already saw that there were 32 House Republicans saying, we get $2 trillion and we're not voting for this thing. To fully extend and build upon the 2017 tax cuts, this means that the reconciliation bill must include at least $2 trillion in verifiable savings, either through spending reductions or scaling back the size of the tax package. So what is the first thing that Speaker Johnson does? He's scaling back the size of the tax package. At what moment do we not think that this is success? That's the question. And as we have often discussed, liberal white women are the worst. When you take a look at Columbia University and now Brooklyn College, where all these pro-Hamas protesters are trying to destroy property and threaten and intimidate, and they're going after cops, and at least they're getting arrested now, which is glorious. They can't believe it. When you take a look at the Columbia University library takeover that took place earlier this week, the vast majority of people arrested were women. 80 arrests made, 19 males, 61 females. 50 of the 80 were Columbia students. Well, who are the other 30? Who are the other 30? Liberal white women who have decided that screaming and yelling and being in favor of a terrorist apparatus is the way to go. A terrorist apparatus that will rape and kill them, neither here nor there. This is what happens when you have nothing to connect with. You have allowed yourself to not believe in anything, not have any strive for anything. You believe that in every way you are put down, in every way you are being oppressed, and therefore you have to stand for other people who are being oppressed. And you end up, because your mind is warped, standing for terrorists. Liberal white women are the ones who are so easily manipulated into feeling guilt about, well, things they aren't guilty of. Bigotry exists. It doesn't mean that you're a bigot because of the color of your skin. But if you want to believe that because somehow you like feeling guilty, I can't help you. Your life is going to be miserable. You're going to be insufferable. And you are. And when I say liberal white women, most of you are in Hamilton County. Most of you are in Hamilton County. A few of you are in Boone. We see you. Don't get me wrong. Hendricks Johnson, you've got your share. More share is to the north. We get this. Could you just stop? Could you stop? Be great. Thanks. If you were less insufferable and less supporting terrorists, we'd all be better off. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony. Northbound 65 slowing Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. And we start to lose lanes the closer to the south split that we get. We do have a delay as you make your approach right now on this Friday morning. Now, on May 17th, that's going to be a week from tomorrow. This project gets a whole lot better. I mean bigger. We're talking lane restrictions on I-65 between 465 and the south split that began on or around May 17th, and that's going to be determined by the weather. But once it starts, we're looking at lane restrictions not only through the end of this year, but through the most of next year as well. So get ready for that. That starts on May 17th. This drag into the south split is not good at the moment, but that could get a little more trickier, a lot more trickier as the month of May progresses. Love cold medication. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMB. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the Vibes. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Masters Heating and Cooling is ready to make sure you are cool and comfortable all summer long. They took great care of my system, and they can help you make sure that everything is ready to go to ensure a nice, comfortable summer and then a very comfortable winter. I've worked with their general manager, David, numerous times, and it has always been a pleasure. And right now, you can get $500 off a new AC system. And if you've worked with Masters before and you've spent more than $500 on AC repairs in the last year, you can apply that amount as a credit towards a new system as well. Masters Heating and Cooling makes it easy. They've got flexible financing options and 24/7 service, so no matter what your issue, Masters Heating and Cooling is right there to take care of you and your family. Give Masters Heating and Cooling a call. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Or request service service online at mastersindy.com. Mastersindy.com.
Hey guys, it's Rob for my friends at We Grow Hair Indy. You know the Indy 500 is coming up. Lots of hats out there. For me, I say why wear a hat when I have hair, thanks to my friends at We Grow Hair Indy. Call my friends at We Grow Hair Indy for your free evaluation today at 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. Or visit WeGrowHairIndy.com. That's WeGrowHairIndy.com to see how other people have been able to ditch their hats and get their confidence back with a brand new head of hair. Get your hairline back, whether it's multi-unit hair grafting or their Artist Robotic FUE. We Grow Hair Indy has every proven solution to restore your hair. Go to WeGrowHairIndy.com right now to get a free evaluation. WeGrowHairIndy.com. Call today, 317-522-2995. That's 317-522-2995. And tell them Rob sent you.
I'm sure everyone says this, but my mom really deserves the world. This year, I finally found a Mother's Day gift that comes close. She loves Hellsberg, so I'm getting her these timeless gold earrings she can enjoy for years to come. They feel special enough to show how much I truly appreciate everything she does for me. And I mean everything. I even sent my dad a link to the Diamond Eternity band he'll be getting her, too.
Save up to 50% on Mother's Day gifts Mom will cherish forever. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you.
Mecum Auctions returns to the Indiana State Fairgrounds May 9th through 17th for Dana Meekum's 38th Original Spring Classic. Join us for the fun, fast-paced, high-energy Mecum experience. For avid collectors, first-time buyers, and enthusiasts of all ages, there's something for everyone. And with more than 3,000 vehicles up for auction, it's a chance to bring home your dream car. Register to bid and buy tickets now at Mecum.com. That's Mecum.com.
Millions of illegal aliens crossed our southern border under Biden administration policies. But now, things are changing. This is your Congressman, Jefferson Shreve. I'm committed to securing our borders and to protecting our Hoosier communities. I'm delivering for you. Because of Republican leadership, illegal border crossings are at an all-time low. I'm leading the charge to complete the southern border wall and deport illegal aliens. I'm fighting for Indiana and working for you in Congress.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Spring is here, and that means it's time for new flooring in your home. Brothers Floor Covering is ready to help. Brand new carpet, hardwoods, laminates, and luxury vinyl plank in stock now. Plus, Brothers Floor Covering can get your new flooring installed in as little as 2 weeks. Visit Brothers Floor Covering today at their new location, 8550 North Michigan Road. Discover why buying local means getting more, not paying more. Get the flooring of your dreams installed now. Go to brothers-floorcovering.com. That's brothers-floorcovering.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, a man who cops say molested kids is in court this morning. The new pope has been elected, and a Hoosier spiritual leader is talking about it. And the Power of Hope event happened in Carmel. John Herrick has a full report. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It is 7 o'clock in the capital city.
The first Mass for the new Pope. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
God has called me by your election to succeed the Prince of the Apostles.
Pope Leo XIV inside the Sistine Chapel where his fellow cardinals secretly elected him yesterday.
With his help, I may be his faithful administrator for the sake of the entire mystical body of the Church.
But before delivering the homily during Mass in Italian, the first American Pope from Chicago, Robert Prevost, spoke in English.
And I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me as we continue as a church.
Fox's Alex Hogan's at the Vatican.
The new pope does not believe in the ordainment of women. He supported a declaration by the late Pope Francis to permit blessings for same-sex couples, although he says it needs to act in unison with local contexts and cultures. He has called on the church to take greater action against climate change, and his stance on communion for the divorced and on restricting the traditional Latin Mass remain unclear at this point in time. Critics of Pope Leo have accused him of mishandling sex abuse cases in Peru and in Chicago. His diocese argue that the accusations were handled according to the church policy at the time.
Now to Moscow. That's a massive military parade today, marking 80 years since the victory in Europe ended World War II there. And that celebration the day after President Trump talked to Ukraine's President Zelensky and called for Russia to agree to a 30-day unconditional ceasefire trying to end that war. Now, China's leader, Xi Jinping, is in Moscow, was at that parade with Russian leader Vladimir Putin ahead of U.S.-China trade talks this weekend with high tariffs still in place. President Trump says China wants to make a deal.
Trump setting expectations for his team's talks with China this weekend.
But I think it's going to be substantive.
But Xi has cozied up to Putin and issued a joint statement deepening the partnership following talks in Moscow Thursday.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A man who police say molested children is in court this morning. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 44 degrees. Your high today, 69. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02.
The families are feeling devastated, blindsided, angry, furious.
Attorney Catherine Michaels speaking with our news gathering partners Wish TV about the case of a former daycare worker who the cops say filmed sexually explicit material at Main Street University for Kids. That man's name is Gabriel Garner.
What happened here is going to create scars on their children for life.
Michael says that police have strong evidence against him.
They have geo-located at least 130 of those pictures to that daycare center, meaning that the perpetrator was abusing children there, taking those pictures and sharing the child pornography.
And on Thursday, the state shut down Main Street University for Kids. A man who lured an Indianapolis woman into a lobby before ambushing her and dragging her into a basement to be raped has been sentenced to 108 years in prison. Kevin Bennett was wanted for a string of sexual assaults in Philadelphia when Indianapolis police caught him and tied him to a violent rape that happened here in Indy in April of 21. What is expected from the new pope? Chris Davis reports on an American and a Hoosier perspective.
He is a very Christ-centered, as what we were expecting first and foremost in any pope, is to be very Christ-centered, to be a person of prayer, to be a person of hope, to be a person of firm belief.
Archbishop Charles Thompson, who is the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis, commenting at a press conference Thursday afternoon on the selection of Pope Leo XIV, Robert Prevost of Chicago. He says it took him aback when an American pope was selected because the rule of thumb has always been that since America is a superpower, that the pope would come from somewhere else. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The average price for gas across the state right now is $3.12, but the cheapest gas is right here in Indianapolis at $2.70. The Power of Hope was the name of the event hosted by the Volunteers of America, Ohio, and Indiana on Thursday at the Ritz-Charles in Carmel. Here's John Herrick.
The Power of Hope event is a celebration of all the people that have been helped recently, like this woman named Annie.
The VOA changed my life. I went there when I was in a month of recovery, but now I am 18 months clean because of the VOA. The VOA just supported me and my child the whole way through.
And the VOA also helps veterans and other people getting out of prison get back on their feet. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And tonight at Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
Our half-court offense is fast as well. There's a lot of movement, flying around, blur screens, pin downs, all that stuff.
That's Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton talking about their playoff series with the Cavs. If you don't know, now you know. The Pacers are up 2-0. They need 2 more wins to advance. Tonight's game starts at 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at the south side slow on northbound 65 Raymond up to the south split. That's a road construction, and lanes are reduced as you approach the south split. And then we look at the clear path, the northeast side construction zone. And remember those speed cameras? You see the little sign that says, warning, speed cameras coming up. Those can take pictures of your license plates now. And If you're speeding 11 miles per hour over the speed limit the first time, it'll send you a violation saying, hey, don't do this again, no charge. And then after that, it starts running the juice. So remember that on the northeast side. Watch your speed in the construction zones, if you would, please. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What are you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm hanging out, living the dream. It's a fantastic Friday. I see lots of sunshine today. A little bit on the cooler side this morning with temps into the 40s. We're going to hit 68 degrees this afternoon under sunny skies. Mainly clear, a little crisp again tonight with lows falling to 45. And this weekend, picture perfect. Sunny skies Saturday, 77. Sunny skies on Sunday, highs right around 81. So enjoy. I know we've got lots of events going on this weekend. Pacers, IMS, the Grand Prix. Picture perfect.
Can I just say, you sound a little sassy today.
Really? Me?
Yeah. You got a little sass.
Well, maybe. I'm very tired. I need a little more sleep. That's my Mother's Day gift, the request. I just want to sleep. I just want a little more sleep.
Oh.
I'm very tired.
So you're sassy not because you're sassy. You're sassy because you're tired, and this is just how it comes out.
Yeah.
And then you complain to the rest of us who are working just like you are that you need extra sleep.
That is correct.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, exactly. Poor me. Yep.
All right. So so this isn't. I understood it wrong. You're not sassy. You're cranky.
Yeah. Whatever works.
You're cranky. And I'm
all of it. You know, I'm not a good napper. I have tried to nap, and I just cannot get into that deep sleep and feel refreshed. Sometimes if I nap, it makes me feel worse. I've tried. It just doesn't work.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think that happens for a lot of people. Naps don't work for them. They end up more exhausted than when they did the nap.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for those people because I'm napping right now.
Oh, I bet you are. Right.
Listen, see? What? There it is. It's not sassy. It's cranky. I get it now. I think you need a little time with your whoopee. Well, maybe a timeout. Just relax.
Yep.
Right? That's
all going to be okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go back
some
and
bourbon.
Do radio now.
That will help.
I cannot confirm nor deny, except I can confirm.
Good.
Yeah. Happy to do it, too.
Okay.
That's Tara Hastings. I got to go.
Bye-bye.
I got to run. I got work to do. I'm sorry.
Okay, you do your thing. I'm going to go be cranky.
Yes. Doing a great job of it, too. Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate it. 44 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by B&W HVAC, Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard air dealer.
Totally cranky. I don't know why. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be here with you. I found a story, and I must ask the question of Dave Lindquist. What am I supposed to do with this information? This is not said in anger, but rather as a curiosity, because couldn't I find this in multiple places? Dave Lindquist, writing over at the IBJ, the Indianapolis Business Journal, about artists. In a survey of 148 artists here in Indianapolis, central Indiana, one could say, more than 1/3 said they have no emergency funds, and more than half of respondents said they have funds to cover less than 1 month of hardship. And I don't know. I don't have an opposition to anything he's written. I don't have an opposition to the story. If I were to ask you, what did you think starving artist meant? The cliche starts from somewhere. This is not a surprise. I could take this and put this across any community, and I'll find way too many people, one could argue, that don't have enough dollars to deal with any calamity in their life. Credit card debt that is at its highest levels ever, and wait until all the defaults start rolling in. The starving artist is very real. Also, you chose being an artist, and no part of that is easy. I want the article about the starving entrepreneur. I want the article about the starving athlete who has been picked up by the Colts or the Indians or the Pacers. I just don't know why this is a story when this is, in many ways, part of the process. Is there no struggle anymore? I mean, is this a point? Is this like just a basic notification, or am I supposed to say it's wrong that an artist struggles? When I was trying to find my way into radio, it was outrageously difficult, and there was no money. But it took work and sacrifice to get here, and it doesn't always come. Nothing worse than work and sacrifice not leading to the place that you wanted to go to. But that is part of the journey. That's part of the everything, however frustrating it may be. I don't know. I just thought the article was odd. I'm not opposed to Dave Lindquist. I think he does interesting work and with the music and everything else, and not angry about it. It's not an attack. I can find this in any space. I can find this in any space. I support the arts in Indianapolis like nobody else in media, like no one else. Yes, there are starving artists. Yeah, and that hasn't changed in a millennia. So again, not quite sure why we have this story. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. If you're looking for your cash, it's at IndianaUnclaimed.gov. IndianaUnclaimed.gov is where you go. It's your cash, and it's waiting for you. You can text the word Tony. That's my name, by the way, in case we haven't met. You can text Tony to 46220, and you can find out how much of your cash is waiting for you. It could have been unclaimed wages, like someone was sending you a last paycheck and you moved. It could be a savings account that you forgot about, a money order that was coming your way, and they didn't know where to send it, so they sent it to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General keeps all this information, and all you have to do is go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov and get your cash. It's fast, it's easy, free to search. Stop spinning your wheels this May and claim your unclaimed property today. Text my name, Tony. Tony to 46220 to search. Guys, super easy to do. It's already your money. Text Tony to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov and go get your cash.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, you're the Carfax guy.
The Carfox from Carfax.
Wow.
And you, sir, work at Tire Discounters.
I sure do.
The Carfax top-rated service center.
Oh, right. You know, a lot of that's because of our services. But people think we're just about tires.
Maybe it's your name.
Yeah?
Tire Discounters. And your jingle.
Oh, you like it?
I think it needs something.
Yeah? Like what?
Hit it. Plus brakes, oil changes, shocks, and struts, and more. Now that speaks to me.
Traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear, what's up?
South side, northbound 65 slowing Raymond into the south split because of road construction. Lanes reduced as you approach the south split. And northbound 465 on the east side, slow a little bit before and after Penn Pike. And inbound 69 wide open from State Road 37 to 465. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
44 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:15.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers too. That's exerciseinc.com.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see the full line of Kubota or visit McAllisterKubota.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
They told us nothing but lies.
These timeshare thieves out there are terrible.
They bullied us.
Our timeshare is all a scam.
They stole from us. They were thieves.
I was completely taken advantage of.
Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group, and I know the tough spot you're in. Are you asking yourself, why did I buy that timeshare? I'll tell you why, because that presentation wasn't a normal sales pitch. It was a show to convince you that timeshare is a great investment. They told you it was available today and today only. They said you're foolish if you don't buy, and unfortunately, you believed them. We get over 3,000 complaints a week from folks just like you that were misled into buying a timeshare. Give us a call. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
The Popcorn Moment is brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER. BooherRemodeling.com, the kitchen, the bathroom, the basement, whatever it is inside your four walls that you're looking to have, well, a better experience with. That's what they do. Their entire process from consultation to construction means you know exactly what's going on and everything is happening exactly the way you envisioned it. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in central Indiana, the highest quality brand names you know and trust. Booher Remodeling will guide you through the entire process, starting with that free initial consultation. And they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Great people. Easy to work with, and you've got these visions, they can help make them reality. And oh, what a reality they can create. They deliver quality work on time, a service-oriented attitude. Talk to Booher Remodeling. Fantastic people. I've worked with them. You're going to love working with them. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. They bring you the Popcorn Moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because, oh, there is more. I shared yesterday during Tony Katz Today that Joe Biden, he was president of the United States. He was on The View. And it was really bad. And I have stated, why is he doing now these interviews? Why is he going on The View? And the only thing I could come to is he needs the money. That's what's going on. He's got a library he needs to build. He has speeches he needs to give. Everything about the Bidens is transactional. And they need a way to bring in the dollars. So you got to go out there and find a reason, give people a reason to give to you. That's what he's doing. or that's what his family is making him do. And he has now made the argument in a couple of different places that he did not run again because he was too popular. It's very odd. Very strange. So successful. Well, yes, if you want to talk about getting through Congress, very radical left ideology. Has it created a value for America? Oh, gosh, no. And we regret it. And he was asked about, Joe Biden was asked about what happened with Trump and Zelensky and Vance inside the Oval Office, and that back and forth. And he's like, oh my gosh, this is beneath the office. And so J.D. Vance was asked about this, and J.D. Vance has thoughts.
Joe Biden came out and did an interview yesterday. He said that the famous Zelensky Oval Office confrontation was, quote, beneath America. What would you say to the former president?
Well, I think it's rich for Joe Biden to comment on anything that we're doing when it comes to Russia and Ukraine, because, of course, under Biden's administration, Russia launched the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. And if we wanted to take advice from anybody on foreign policy, especially foreign policy in Europe, it would not be Joe Biden. So I wish Joe Biden the best. I don't really care what he has to say about American foreign policy, because so much of what he actually did was a total disaster. If we just did the opposite of what Joe Biden did, I think we'd have one of the most successful foreign policy administrations in a very long time.
He's right. And for anything I think about how J.D. Vance handled Zelensky, and I think he got the short end of that stick there. Oh, I don't think it was a good day for J.D. Vance at all. I'm going to pay attention to Joe Biden. Why would anybody pay attention to Joe Biden? Who cares what the man says? But if you're going to put him on TV and you're going to embarrass him like this for dollars, we're going to take note. Like him trying to answer a question, not being able to, and Dr. Joe Biden on The View having to save him.
Yeah. Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that, number one. Number two, think of what we were left with. We were left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started, not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work, and we got it done. And, one of the things that...
I don't know what you think you got done, but okay.
And
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us. And they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day. I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then at night I'd be in bed, reading my book, and he was still on the phone, reading his briefings, working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House, being president.
The woman-splaining here is a little much. We don't believe you, Joe Biden. We think you're lying. We know you're lying. And we know that all these people writing books now, desperate to cash in, were the ones proactive in trying to hide his condition from their audiences. Notice I'm not writing a book about this, although I should, about the lies and the fraud and the abuse and the hatred of the American people that these people have. Joe Biden's trying to explain himself and runs out of gas, and there's Jill to pick up the pieces. This is bad stuff. And this is exactly what we saw when he was in the White House, and nothing has changed. Nothing. He put in a full day. What does that even mean? What does it mean that he put in a full day? It's nonsense. And the left continues to try and tell us that he was fine. Jake Tapper, in my view, lies. The entire set of MSNBC's morning show lies. The entirety of that group from the Times and the Post and everybody you see commenting, lying about Joe Biden's condition. Lying about what it is they knew. Because to admit it would be disastrous. The Bidens are desperate for money. That's what you're seeing here. They are as gross as you thought they were. Matt Bear has got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Looking at northbound 65 south side, stop and go traffic. Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. Now, a week from tomorrow, this I-65 construction zone on the south side expands. It gets a little bit bigger, stretches down to 465, and that's going to cause traffic problems for quite some time. It's going to be adding a lane to I-65 from 465 to the south split. And yeah, if you've driven on I-70 lately in Hancock County, you know that's a very big deal. So details to come at Matt and Traffic and right here. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. You know what time it is, baby. Beer Sample Friday. The biggest stories in Indy. And Beer Sample Friday. Let's go!
Spring selling season is here. The activity is up. Could be the best time in years to sell your home, but some homes are sitting on the market. Hiring an expert who can maximize equity and minimize hassle, that's the key. The expert recommended, Mark Dietel. Perhaps what you're worried about is that you need costly repairs or upgrades to sell your home. Mark Dietel is the only real estate expert trusted and recommended with the sale of your home. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Andrew in downtown Noblesville said, recently retired, our goal was to sell our home of 30 years, buy an RV, and spend summers traveling to Montana and winters in Arizona. Mark Dietel's team made it happen fast. We went under contract in 3 days, over asking price, with no contingencies. Call the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended, the agent who guarantees your home sold, or he'll buy it. Talk to Mark Dietel today. 317-755-4232. Get all the details or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Beck Toyota has been sold to the Hubler Automotive Group. But before the Hubler name comes, everything goes. And when Hubler says everything goes, we mean it. Every pre-owned Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, Tundra, every car, every truck, everything in the showroom, everything on the lot. Need credit? Managers will be on site, accepting applications for immediate review. Plus, Hubler's got you covered. Every Q-certified vehicle includes our 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Before the grand opening of Hubler Toyota, everything goes. It's your chance to save like never before. Don't miss it. When Hubler says everything goes, we mean it. On US 31 South in Indianapolis, across from Hubler Chevrolet. Visit HublerToyota.com. Before the Hubler name comes, everything goes. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Comcast Business is celebrating Small Business Month by giving you a $1,000 small business bonus when you switch to a qualifying gig speed package from the company with over 99.99% network reliability. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 1, company merch for staff. Styling. Or possibility number 24, the latest software. Upgrade. Or possibility number 192, new equipment powered by gig speeds. Or possibility number 555, a 3D printer. Rapid prototyping, anyone? Switch to Comcast Business for over 99.99% network reliability, advanced cybersecurity, and now get started with a $1,000 small business bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
In 6/22/25, new customers only with 2-year agreement. Other restrictions apply.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The election and the celebration. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 45 degrees. Your high today, 69. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31.
This is a celebratory Thanksgiving Mass inside the Sistine Chapel. All of the Cardinals gather over the success of the concluded conclave and the election of the new leader of the Catholic Church.
Fox's Alex Hogan reporting from Vatican City.
The second that white smoke appeared, crowds burst out in screams and cheers. Pope Leo XIV appeared on the central balcony of the Basilica for the first time, and he was visibly moved as well. In one of his first messages to the crowd, he said he wanted the church to be open to everyone, just as the square was, filled with people of all ages and all walks of life.
And he is the first American pope to be elected. From Chicago, went to school at Villanova University. And Robert Provost is his name, and Archbishop Charles Thompson of Indianapolis is talking about his belief system.
He picked Pope Leo XIV as his name as Pope. Pope Leo XIII was concerned in his time about rights of workers and working conditions and the right for unionizing and making sure people were being treated fairly.
And the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis made those comments during a press conference on Thursday. He said the Cardinals mostly selected a man of faith and a man of prayer and a man of hope. Republicans continue working on President Trump's one big, beautiful bill.
House Speaker Mike Johnson has been confident all week.
Stop doubting us. We're going to get this job done.
Lawmakers are expecting the bill text for two committees, Ways and Means, which deals with taxes, and Energy and Commerce, which deals with Medicaid funding, to be released soon ahead of hearings next week, which tax cuts to include, and how to find savings for Medicaid without impacting the most vulnerable have been two of the biggest points of contention among House Republicans. The One Big Beautiful Bill contains President Trump's agenda on taxes, spending cuts, national defense, and border security.
And if you're looking for something to do with the family this weekend, you might want to check out Monument Circle. Here's Terry Stacy.
Indy's largest free outdoor festival for kids is Saturday, the Salesforce and JP Morgan Chase 500 Festival Kids Day on Monument Circle.
We'll see over 50 exhibitors that'll be lining Monument Circle, and there'll be dozens of hands-on experiences, educational and interactive activities. Now, the Rookie Run is for ages 3 to 10, and they'll do anything from a 2-block course to a third of a mile.
That's Lindsay Labus with the 500 Festival, 11 to 3 tomorrow, 500festival.org for more. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers only led briefly in Game 2 against the Cavs in Cleveland, but they still managed to pull off a win. Head coach Rick Carlisle talking about tonight's game at home, and he says it's going to take everything they've got to get another win.
One of the big challenges is to maintain a high level of edge, focus, urgency, you name it. With a full expectation that we're going to see some guys that we haven't seen.
And the Pacers are 9-2 at home in the playoffs over 2 years, including 3-0 this year. Tip-off at 7:30, coverage at 7 over on 107.5 The Fan. Colts wide receiver Alec Pierce is ready to back quarterbacks Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones this offseason.
Treat them both like they're starting quarterback, splitting reps or whatever. We're just gonna get less reps with each other.
And both Richardson and Jones competing for the starting job in camp, which begins in July. And the IndyCar Series rolls to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend with the Sancio Grand Prix coverage right here on 93 WIBC beginning at 2 tomorrow. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level.
On the go and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching for us, Matt Bear?
Oh, I'm looking at this construction zone on the south side. Ryan, it's kind of a pain with northbound 65 slowing after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. It's because of construction. You start to lose lanes the closer to the south split you get. And right now, no major delay, but there is a slowdown as you make your way into the south split and choose your interstate, whether it be I-70 or 65. On the northeast side, inbound 69, stop and go traffic. 106th Street down to 465. Northbound 465 on the northwest side slows from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 44 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:36.
If this is the year to build your custom dream home, Joyner Homes is ready to help make your dream come true. They offer the flexibility to build on your own lot, allowing you to build a home in the place you've always envisioned. A dedicated in-house team of experts will guide you through every step, offering unmatched personalization and flexibility. Joyner Homes provides clear and upfront pricing and floor plans to inspire you. There's no time like the present to get in touch with Joyner Homes to talk about your vision and learn more about their building process. Visit JoynerHomes.com.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
Join our B&W Premier Club for additional benefits and exclusive discounts.
B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, B+W.com, your American Standard Air dealer.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, what the heck is going on in this photo? The Marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. It's waiting for you. Go claim it. Fast, easy, free to do. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony. That's my name. I'm Tony Katz. This is 93 WIBC. This is the Marketplace segment. It's brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. And you can text Tony to 46220 to find out if you've got cash, your cash, waiting for you. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. During downtime, I'm trying to clear my head, get ready for what's next on the show, and I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Odd stuff, strange stuff, interesting stuff, weird stuff, all sorts of stuff. I've bought stuff, I've sold stuff. It's very fascinating. The Marketplace, capitalism is good. The Marketplace is there. And sometimes in my searching, I come across photos of goods that Matt Bear joins us, Matt in Traffic there on Twitter X, producer Carl Showbiz, that's with a K on Twitter X as well. We come across some things, guys, that people have taken very odd photos of, right? They didn't clean up around them. There's a picture of their like gross big toe in there, or they're in their underwear. It's very weird. Today, I have a picture. I have as an item a wall mirror. I have it posted there on my Twitter account on X at Tony Katz. What the hell is happening in this photo?
This is the hottest wall mirror I've ever seen. She's taking a picture of herself, except the mirror's not big enough to put the whole self. And this is not a critique of her body shape. It's just
it is a
small
thin mirror, and in the reflection of the mirror is clearly a woman with a tattooed lower forearm,
looks good.
Not the upper arm, wearing a shirt where you see her midriff and the curve of her hip in jeans. Matt Bear is already planning the wedding.
I'm in love. First marriage coming up. Boom.
We don't see her face, and we assume it's a her. So that's all we know right now. Like it is a very provocative image. But behind the mirror is this backdrop that looks like it's drenched in blood.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like this one was a serial killer.
It does. It's like, I'm done with that task. Let me take a photo. It's, what's the name of the movie with Christian Bale? It's, what's the name of that
American
movie?
Psycho.
Part 2.
Part 2, yeah.
Right? The ladies are in town. That's what this is. It is the creepiest. It's the worst photo ever, but we're all very intrigued about this woman.
Yeah.
We don't know if she should be dating Matt Baer or she should be behind bars. And by the way, both things are not mutually exclusive.
Listen, we can talk that out, too. I mean, if
Right.
there's something there. I mean, I am a good listener, and we'll figure it out together as a couple.
So this was listed in Indianapolis 2 weeks ago. If you are the woman in the photo, Matt Baer would like to meet you.
Very much. Yeah. Thank you, Carl. That's the second time.
So I mean, I'm just putting it out there. If you're interested in a guy who knows like traffic,
yes, very well,
and his macros,
they call me the Beast.
If you also like eating oatmeal in bed before you go to sleep,
if you don't, you're going to. I promise.
You know, if you like pina coladas getting caught in the rain, if you like oatmeal at midnight, Matt Baer is the guy for you. So now we have to find who this woman is.
Could it possibly be a man?
It's absolutely possible
if
it's
you
a man.
expand the photo, look at his or her hand and her big finger.
Hey, this guy's shaped really well. This guy's got an awesome midriff.
I'm just going to say right now, when you say it, producer Carl, it sounds untoward. It really does. It's all just awkward when you say it.
She's got a big hand.
By the way, the mirror is $30. Are you in or out for the mirror? We forgot there's a mirror here for sale.
I'm driving the East Washington Street, though.
I'm telling you, the picture is just so off-putting, and the background is like, I don't know if it's bloody or it's just like a drop cloth from painting, if it's just like a bad 80s mural. Whatever it is, I don't know why you would take a picture like this.
This is how exorcisms begin. I've seen many movies.
Right.
It comes up. Linda
You look
Blair
at a
with her
backdrop
head
like
spinning
this and you
around.
end up telling your mom, I don't know what happened to the puppy.
Oh, come on.
It's very odd.
It's okay when it's humans. No, this is not a mirror that I'd want in my house just because the mirror is too thin and I don't see any practical use for it. And then I kind of think the mirror is ugly. It's just not a good looking mirror.
Okay.
And sorry,
But the person in the mirror might be for you.
Yeah, I want to find out. First, we're going to find out a lot of things, about this person. I mean, if they want to meet me, that'd be great. I think we could start something. We could paint the walls and, hang mirrors. Be a beautiful accord.
If you know the woman in this photo, if you are the woman in this photo, get in touch with Matt Baer right away. Would you please? You can find everything over there at WIBC.com. We have everything from the marketplace every single day. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Your backyard could use a little bit of a sprucing up. You could use a little shade on the patio, a little bit of distance from your neighbors. You just want to beautify the place. Circle City Trees. You need a guy. You need a tree guy. And Circle City Trees, they're your guys. They're your people right there in Zionsville. You should head on over and bring a picture of your backyard or your side yard, the place you're looking for something to just beautify the area, add a little depth, add a little shade, and they will walk you through everything they have just from a photo. They'll be able to help you decide which tree is right for you. Evergreen, shade trees, fruit trees, ornamental trees, flowering trees. And at Circle City Trees, they take care of the installation. They've got the mulching. They provide the warranty. Excellent people, and all the pricing right there on the website. You know exactly what's going on. CircleCityTrees.com. They only sell trees that thrive in Indiana, a wide variety of mature trees. We're talking about trees that are pretty dang high, people. Trees up to 30 feet tall. Talk to Circle City Trees today. 317-768-3005. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-768-3005. Circle City Trees. 768.
Life moves fast.
Another new directive from Donald Trump.
President Trump will not be deterred to make
All right. I should not be in charge of hitting any buttons. I think that's basically... That's my CircleCityTrees.com. I owe you one, Circle City Trees. I do. You're fine people and fine trees. Matt Bear has traffic.
Northbound 65 slow from the south side after Keystone Avenue into the south split. Because of road construction, you start to lose lanes the closer to the split you get. Inbound 69 stop and go traffic 106th Street down to 82nd. It's a 5-minute delay on the northwest side. Northbound 465 slows from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives reminds you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
44 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:45.
You love spring in Indy, but you hate to paint, so do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, it's our tariff-free Made in the USA sale. Save 50% on Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, and Flex Steel. Save up to $800 on mattresses, and we guarantee you the lowest price on Berlin Gardens and Hollywood Outdoor Furniture. Up to 4 years interest-free financing, extra discounts for cash, and free delivery. Sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Many nonprofits struggle with staffing issues, but through the Senior Community Service Employment Program, or CSEP, 501(c)(3)s with limited budgets can get cost-free supplemental employees while helping train people 55 and over for a new career. Trainees are motivated, reliable employees, and their wages are completely covered by the Indiana Department of Workforce Development. To learn more, go to backtowork.dwd.in.gov. That's backtowork.dwd.in.gov.
Denny Smith for Sundown Gardens. The annual hanging basket sale is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 20% off hanging baskets. 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield.
Summer is better with True Green. Get a lawn you'll love for less than you think. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get 75% off your first treatment. Restrictions apply.
Join WIBC this Saturday 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show live from Sullivan Hardware and Garden at 71st and Keystone. Pat, Denny, Terry, and Allison will help you pick out the gift for your mom. That's this Saturday at Sullivan Hardware and Garden, 71st and Keystone.
They lost the election. They still haven't learned their lesson. Look what they're doing right now. They're constantly digging farther to the left. They're digging up the old language that you just pointed out a while ago, still calling Republicans that support President Trump trash, calling us racist, calling us sexist. You just name the word, throw it out there because they can't talk about policy. What could they possibly talk about with Joe Biden's policy? His failure to secure the border, his failure to bring down inflation. I mean, where do you start?
The real story there from Senator Mark Wayne Mullen is that there's no ability to learn. It's not that they can't, it's that they won't. It's not that they won't, it's that they can't. However you want to describe it, as we've broken this down before. Tony Katz. 93 WIBC. Good morning. This applies to Indiana and the Indiana Democratic Party. This from Indiana House Democrats, which I didn't even know there was a Twitter account for Indiana House Democrats, but it's there. I don't know how I didn't know that, but it's right there. Indiana has opted out of the Sunbucks program, turning its back on 669,000 hungry children. The worst part is that this program is free for Indiana to participate in through federal grants. How does this decision help Hoosier families make ends meet? For the Democratic Party, lying doesn't get you votes. The story here is that, as reported by WTHR, the previous administration didn't get paperwork in. I don't know why, it's always paperwork. And therefore, deadlines were missed, and Indiana cannot participate. It's not that Indiana opted out. That doesn't seem to be in any level of reporting what it is the Braun administration did. Now, if they did, that's a worthy conversation, and I'd have it. But that doesn't seem to be the case, nor did Indiana turn its back on 669,000 hungry children. That's just dopey. The reporting states that there are over 1,000 locations where people can get food. But the conversation, as we discussed this yesterday, is why do we have 669,000 hungry children? First, is that number accurate? Second, how do we define it? And third, what is it that we are doing to help Hoosiers create better lives so that their children aren't going hungry? If the answer is dependence on government programs, that's the wrong answer, and you deserve to lose every election, statewide or local. There shouldn't be any representation from the Democratic Party. Now, that's a problem because the supermajority in Indiana hasn't done us really much good. Certainly not lately. When we see businesses coming to Indiana, that is because of good governance from the Republican Party. Good governance does not lead to this property tax debacle, nor going after the cigar industry as they did, because there's a projected shortfall, not even a real one, a projected shortfall. And the answer was destroy a business category. Picking winners and losers, Republicans, that's shameful stuff. But every time the Democratic Party does this, fails to engage, but rather goes on the attack, you keep losing out. It's this dishonesty that keeps you in the gutter, where clearly you like to be. What are we doing to make it easier on Hoosier families to feed their kids? What regulation needs to be cut? What business growth do we need to allow? What is it that we are doing that we need to change in order to make things easier for people in the state of Indiana? I would argue lower property taxes might not be a bad way to go. Stop threatening people with their homes might be the right thing to do, but we didn't do that. Is that because we're not afraid to tell townships to screw off? Who are they? Do more with less, just like everybody else. But if the first thing you think of is put your hand out for government help, you're doing it wrong. That is not a way to get people. That is not a way to build a society. There's no value in it. But dear Lord, tell the full story. Don't lie like a bunch of freaks. You don't have to be the national party. You could actually win an election if you tried. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
South side, northbound 69 at, just north of Southport Road. We have a vehicle fire on the outside shoulder. No lanes taken at the moment, but a little bit of a slowdown as you make your way through the new 69 on the south side. Also on the south side, it's northbound 65. That's slow from Keystone Avenue up to the south split. You lose lanes as you get into the south split, and this gets rolling big time a week from tomorrow. It is going to be a tough construction zone on I-65 on the south side between 465 and the south split. Keep listening morning and follow at Matt in Traffic. I will have the details as we progress. Also, northbound 465 slowing the northwest side at 86. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the Fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Wondering when to plant grass seed for ideal results? Wondering who has the best lawn products? Well, now is the time, and great lawn starts with Jonathan Green products. Hey, Pat Sullivan here from Sullivan Hardware and Garden and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. And like Sullivan Hardware and Garden, Jonathan Green is a family-owned and operated business. Jonathan Green has only premium quality Black Beauty grass seed, soil foods, and fertilizers to ensure that you achieve noticeably better results on your lawn. By making your work easier and delivering an impressive lawn, Jonathan Green products will turn your lawn into a green space to be enjoyed with family and friends. Black Beauty seed mixtures are sold at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. Improve your lawn with Jonathan Green. Shop, play, experience. Spring with Sullivan's. 71st and Keystone, 49th and Penn, Cicero, and Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan in Fishers.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 317-516-6861 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. 317-516-6861 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 317-516-6861 for fast, easy, affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 317-516-6861.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The grand opening of PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse is taking place Friday, May 9th from 4 to 7 p.m., and you should be there. Free food, beverages, new inventory, incredible specials, and meet the reps from Citizen Watch and Flederman Von Riest, where I'm their brand ambassador. Watches assembled right here in Indiana. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, Friday, May 9th, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, 4 to 7 p.m. Find out more information at pajewelers.jewelry. PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg.
The Attorney General's office wants to put your money back in your pocket. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov and search for yourself, your loved ones, or your business. It's fast, easy, and free.
This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives.
Hammer and Nigel show, 3 o'clock this afternoon. You know what time it is, baby. Beer Sample Friday. The biggest stories in Indy. And Beer Sample Friday. Let's go!
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recyclers Studios, what an attorney is saying about a daycare that was shut down Thursday, what the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis is saying about the Pope, and what the Pacers are saying about their playoff series. After Fox News, you are listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
An easing of the trade war?
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. It appears President Trump is open to that. He posted on Truth Social a short time ago that China should open its market to the U.S. Closed markets don't work anymore. And then he wrote, an 80% tariff on China seems right, adding it's up to Scott B. Referencing Treasury Secretary Bessent, who will lead U.S.-China trade talks in Switzerland this weekend. The current U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports, 145%, leading China to retaliate with a similar charge on American products.
You know, they very much want to make a deal. We can all play games. Who made the first call? Who didn't make the... It doesn't matter. It only matters what happens in that room.
The president said that yesterday while announcing a trade agreement with Britain. Now to the Vatican. That's the new pope at his first mass a few hours ago inside the Sistine Chapel, where just yesterday he was elected in that secret conclave.
You have called me to carry that cross and to be blessed with that mission.
Robert Prevost from Chicago is the first American pope, now Leo XIV. And after speaking in English to start his homily this morning, he switched to Italian.
We are the people whom God has chosen as his own, so that we may declare the wonderful deeds of him who called us out of darkness.
The Pope's brother, John Prevost, says
he has a strong inclination to help the poor, the disenfranchised, the people that don't have a voice, because he spent so much time in Peru with the people who were impoverished.
The Trump administration is calling for a major upgrade of the air traffic control system, plagued by old equipment and staff shortages.
The plan would replace more than 600 radars that are used to manage more than 45,000 flights a day, but it still needs congressional approval. It comes after Newark Airport saw hundreds of flight delays and cancellations due to a shortage of air traffic controllers in construction.
That's Fox's Griff Jenkins. There have been numerous incidents, the worst when a regional jet and Army helicopter collided in Washington, killing all 67 people on board both. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
There are lots of young victims. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 45 degrees, cool on Monument Circle. A high today of 69, nothing but sunshine. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. You may have heard about a man who used to work at a daycare in Brownsburg who was arrested this week and charged with molesting and exploiting children. That man's name is Gabriel Garner, and he's due in court in a couple of hours.
The families are feeling devastated, blindsided, angry, furious. What happened here is going to create scars on their children for life.
That's attorney Catherine Michaels speaking with our news gathering partner, Wish TV. On Thursday, the state shut down Main Street University for Kids, where Garner worked as a teacher. You probably have heard by now that the Cardinals on Thursday elected a new pope.
Again, he is a very Christ-centered, as what we were expecting first and foremost in any pope, is to be very Christ-centered, to be a person of prayer, to be a person of hope, to be a person of firm belief.
And that's Charles Thompson, the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis, speaking about Pope Leo XIV. He said the Cardinals mostly selected a man of faith, a man of prayer, and a man of hope. A Kokomo man acquitted of murder from nearly 10 years ago.
Flint Vincent Farmer is found not guilty Thursday by a jury. I'm Jarrett Lewis. Farmer was charged with the murder of 18-year-old Karina McClurkin in 2016. Now, the Howard County Prosecutor's Office has filed 7 new felony obstruction of justice charges against Farmer. They claim he gave false and misleading statements to investigators and instructed witnesses not to cooperate. Court records say a warrant has been issued for Farmer's arrest. He could face prison time if convicted of the new obstruction charges. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You've probably seen gas prices go up and down over the last couple of weeks. Today they sit at $3.12 a gallon. Says Gas Buddy, that's down 4 cents from where it was at the start of this week. The cheapest gas is here in Indianapolis, where you could get it for about $2.70 a gallon. If you're going to be laid off from your job, you might think it's worthy of more time than a brief mention when the bosses get together. Here's Chris Davis.
The law creates regulatory clarity that an industry as important as yours deserves.
The ceremonial signing of a bill that strengthens the relationship between RV manufacturers and dealers, making written agreements mandatory.
Will guarantee fair treatment for manufacturers and dealers.
The signing at the RV Power Breakfast Thursday morning in Elkhart, where Governor Braun also briefly acknowledged the coming layoffs of more than 500 people, saying the RV industry has been through this kind of thing before, albeit in a much larger fashion
happened the last time. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavs play tonight in Indianapolis. Tyrese Halliburton and his team have a 2-0 lead in their best-of-7 playoff series.
I think that our identity is how fast we play. We're not only fast in transition and in the full court, our half-court offense is fast as well. There's a lot of movement, flying around, blur screens, pin downs, all that stuff.
And you may remember that Tyrese hit the game-winning shot on Tuesday that is credited for that 2-0 lead. Tip-off at 7:30. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s, and here's Matt Baer.
Southside northbound 69, a vehicle fire before Epler Avenue. It blocks the right lane, slows us back to Edgewood Avenue. Northbound 65, south side stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Inbound 69, northeast side on a 4-minute delay from 106th Street to 465. East side northbound 465, slow off 70 up to Penn Pike. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 is tight, 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. What do we know?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for lots of sunshine today. A fantastic Friday. I know it's a bit cool out there this morning, but with all that sunshine, we'll get up to 68 degrees this afternoon. Another clear and crisp night tonight. So if you are going to be heading to Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight, I think it's going to be great. We're going to look for temps into the 60s at tip-off. Overnight, we'll fall to 45 degrees. Lots of sunshine on your Saturday. We'll get up to 77. And for Mother's Day, sunny skies once again, beautiful, with highs near 81.
Tara Hastings wants a nap on Mother's Day. I just want everyone to know what the gift is.
That is correct. Yep.
Just wants
that
rest.
Is correct. That is
rest
it.
And to not be bothered.
Yes.
Maybe
that is exactly
some
what
cake.
I want. Oh, now that sounds delicious.
Right?
I will take cake, 100%. Yep.
Rest and cake. That's all.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Simple life. Down in
I don't think that's too much to ask for.
It isn't. I mean, maybe for you it is, but for the rest of us, it isn't. I don't know. I don't know what happens in the rest of your day or week or month, so I can't answer that. But if you can get that for her, just drop off some cake to Tara Hastings.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm here for you. Tara Hastings,
thank you.
Wish TV meteorologist. 45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC is powered by B&W HVAC, Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard air dealer.
The announcement has been made, and it is an astonishing selection. An American, the first American, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, 69 years old, born in Chicago, Illinois, created a cardinal just 2 years ago by Pope Francis, is the new pope.
It is incredible. This was the fifth round, or the fifth ballot that had taken place. There was nothing that signaled that there was going to be movement. Nothing that signaled that there would be such a quick decision, and certainly nothing out there that signaled that it would be an American. It's incredible stuff. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. If he follows along with Pope Francis, he's going to be as social justice-y as any other recent pope. If he follows along some other comments and commentaries, he will be somebody who speaks directly about same-sex marriage and other issues. I don't know if I'm expecting a major turn in the church. What you might see, because you have this English-speaking Pope, is you might see more of his comments and commentaries that are spread around in America because easier to understand. That's possible, and therefore there could be more of an influence in these areas. But as he gave the speech yesterday, there being welcomed to the balcony at St. Peter's, it was in Italian and it was in Latin. It wasn't in English, and some people are upset by that. I am not one of those people. There's nothing to be upset by. Now people are just making things up to be angry by. And then again, people just love being angry. I'm curious as to how this plays out. I'm curious as to whether or not there's a change to the church at all, whether there is a move to a more conservative view. There's been a comment about already how he dresses and how this is a more old school look for the Pope. Very few people have an expertise in this. Time will tell. Decisions will tell. Instructions will tell the story of where this church is going. We'll watch. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Last-minute Mother's Day shoppers, all 4 Cynthia's Hallmark locations have plenty of budget-friendly ideas that make it easy. Graduation gifts, too. Ronaldo Jewelry in Greenfield is the perfect gift for either celebration. Every piece of Ronaldo jewelry is thoughtfully designed to tell a story, a beautiful personal gift. Cynthia's has a huge selection of Yeti products, and Mom will love the new ultramarine violet color. Be sure to take advantage of Cynthia's tote sale featuring huge 17 by 16 quilted totes in beautiful spring colors, just $9.98, and 20% off everything you can fit inside. Some exclusions apply. Lemon Lavender is one of Cynthia's best-selling product lines, full of the perfect spa day products to pamper Mom. And while you're there, pick up your ornament dream book and get details of the special pre-order promotion starting May 12th. Happy Mother's Day from locally owned Cynthia's Hallmark, 116th and Allisonville Road, 116th and Brook School Road, 96th and Lantern Road, and in Greenfield.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
They told us nothing but lies.
These timeshare thieves out there are terrible.
They bullied us.
Our timeshare is all a scam.
They stole from us. They were thieves.
I was completely taken advantage of.
Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder and CEO of Wesley Financial Group, and I know the tough spot you're in. Are you asking yourself, why did I buy that timeshare? I'll tell you why, because that presentation wasn't a normal sales pitch. It was a show to convince you that timeshare is a great investment. They told you it was available today and today only. They said you're foolish if you don't buy, and unfortunately, you believed them. We get over 3,000 complaints a week from folks just like you that were misled into buying a timeshare. Give us a call. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242. 800-881-4242.
Spring is here, and Dammons is full speed ahead with endless plant production of perennials, annuals, hanging baskets, roses, and planters. Trucks are arriving with fresh trees and shrubs. Dammons' friendly staff is ready to assist you and get you the help you need. So for any of your gardening needs, experience Dammons South on Emerson Avenue and Dammons West on Rockville Road.
Dammons Lawn and Garden, Indiana's most complete garden center.
Hello, my name is Nate Clancy. I'm with Labor's Local 120. I've been with Labor's Local 120 for over 40 years now.
For members of Labor's International Union of North America, giving back is part of their commitment to the Indy community, like helping the Soapbox Derby.
We painted the bridge. The Wilkershaw Bridge is an iconic bridge for the Soapbox Derby. It's been there forever. It was, needing work.
When Indy or surrounding communities need help, LIUNA steps up.
Members that went over there, we seen that it was needing work, power washed, done the painting, just anything that was needed, and it looks amazing now.
This is Chris Brickey, business manager of Labor's Local 120. While all our members are skilled, highly trained men and women, we are also your friends, neighbors, Little League coaches, and volunteers here in Indy.
Here at the local, I like volunteering in the community. Just every little bit helps. I really got a real joy in doing that.
We build Indy for good jobs and stronger communities. We are LIUNA Local 120.
I'm sure everyone says this, but my mom really deserves the world. This year, I finally found a Mother's Day gift that comes close. She loves Hellsberg, so I'm getting her these timeless gold earrings she can enjoy for years to come. They feel special enough to show how much I truly appreciate everything she does for me. And I mean everything. I even sent my dad a link to the Diamond Eternity band he'll be getting her, too.
Save up to 50% on Mother's Day gifts Mom will cherish forever. Visit Hellsberg.com or a store near you.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, south side, northbound 69. This is before Epler Avenue. Vehicle fire taking the right lane, and traffic is backed up to Edgewood Avenue. On the south side, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic after Keystone Avenue into the construction at the south split. East side, northbound 465, slow off 72 Penn Pike. Inbound 69, slow roll 96th Street to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping at code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. At the time is 8:16. Indiana, capital of the sports world, and we've got so much of it right here at WIBC. Everything at Radio 1, it is nuts. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Just to give you an idea, the Sancio Grand Prix is tomorrow, right? And there are tickets, and they've been selling great, and you should be there because the weather's going to be incredible. Like, I can only imagine what same-day sales are going to be like, where everyone's like, yeah, let's just go. Just mosey on down to the track when you get there, get your tickets, have a great time. And there are still some good tickets, but it sold very, very well this year. Then you've got the Pacers tonight at home against the Cavaliers. So first you got the Pacers. I think that the argument that some have made it in the chat room there on the live stream and other places, if the Pacers want this, you got to take the Cavaliers out while you can. They have some guys that are on the bench with injuries. It's the time. Take the time. Take the opportunity. Take it here. This game really does matter. You don't want the Cavaliers to have more time to get into this. You want them to be in a serious hole, and then you want to take it, 4-0 or 4-1, right? That's what you want to do. You don't want to go more than 5 games. You want the rest. Pacers have been playing remarkably well. Then next weekend, you have the Indiana Fever, the WNBA, opening their season. That's May 17th. That game's going to be taking place. I think that's a home game, right? Against the Chicago Sky. So we could see Angel Reese not be an MVP player. I think that's fantastic. I'm sorry. If everybody in the Angel Reese world is going to talk smack, her mother's talking smack. I don't know why the parents do this. Stay out of it. All Fever all the time. Want to see him win a championship. WNBA All-Star Game is going to be here in Indy. Let's see a championship come to. Absolutely, it's good for the city. So then, of course, qualifying. Then, of course, the Indy 500. You got the Mecum auction. I will be there May 13th, live from noon to 3. We're doing the show. I don't know if snacks will be provided or not. I know that can I smoke a cigar while I do the show there? Would anybody care? They got to throw me out of the fairgrounds? Let's find out. So that's Tuesday, May 13th. And then a little bit later today, the grand opening of one of our sponsors, PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse, their new jewelry store. And I will be there for that. It's 10% off of everything. So graduation gifts, engagement rings, this is the time. Show up. Be there from 4 to 7. I will be there. I'll help. I will help guide you through the process. And, of course, the watches from Flederman Von Riest, where I'm a brand ambassador. Yes, I do have a relationship with them. You want to get these Indiana assembled timepieces. Beautiful. Beautiful. I will be there. I will walk you through it. That's on Green Street in Brownsburg, PA Jewelers at the Farmhouse. So a lot going on. And then I forgot Carb Day, where Hammer and Nigel are doing the show live. And I'm telling you, I have no idea how they got WIBC to go along with that. I have no idea what the insurance requirements are, but they better be huge. Insured, there better be some E&O, some errors and omissions. There better be some dismemberment coverage. Hammer and Nigel live from Carb Day. That's the craziest thing I've seen. And was sorry to see the Indy 11 losing in Philadelphia on penalty kicks in the Lamar Hunt Cup there. They were going up against an MLS team, and it took penalty kicks. This was their second overtime game. This is a very good team. This is a very, very good team, is the Indy 11. Go to Indy11.com and check them out. Okay, I think I've covered everything. I have covered it all. Oh, and Dawson's on Main got their phone number back. They restaurant in Speedway, and they had changed carriers for their phone number, and their phone number got stuck in the cloud. So people were wanting to call, do to-go orders and everything else. Month of May, Speedway is busy. No one could get through. It was nuts. So we were telling people, go to dawsonsonmain.com and place your order. They reached out yesterday that they got their phone number back, and I'm very happy for them on that. Go check them out. A lot of great places to eat in Speedway. If you haven't been, you don't just go the month of May. You can go all year round. They have these things all year round. Europe is now looking to place tariffs on China. I guess having an original idea is just, not what they do. The story is that the EU has imposed duties on some Chinese exports up to 66.7% on imports of Chinese machines that lift construction workers after concluding that producers were benefiting from unfair subsidies and selling at artificially low prices. I believe the terminology is cherry picker. And is the cherry picker the same thing as a scissor lift? I don't know if they're different tools or not. It's not my expertise. But it's interesting that they've decided to add the tariffs here. This is certainly much more targeted than 145% across the board. But I didn't realize it would take people any time to recognize the fraud that is the Chinese Communist Party, the lies that they tell, and the absolutely unfair playing field they want to engage in. Smacking around the Communist Chinese Party, the Chi-Coms, as we would affectionately call them if we ever listened to Rush Limbaugh, that's accurate. That's the right thing to do. The more we weaken them economically, the better off we are. You do not have to fire a shot. Just like you have to move manufacturing out of China. Every time China loses a manufacturing plant, an angel gets its wings. I like this move from the European Commission. Now the question is, what will be the deal between the United States and Europe? Remember, the deal with the UK, this trade deal that was put into place, that's opening up $5 billion worth of opportunity for ranchers and agriculture. And there's a question whether that's the $5 billion or there's actually subsets within there. Interesting, because it's not manufacturing. But the 10% tariff remains no matter what. 10% is the new baseline. And I do not know how the market's going to respond to that. We'll get into that in a moment. And that's not just for the UK. That's all over the place. Meanwhile, Volvo is recalling 450,000 vehicles. This because of their backup camera. The rear view camera image may not show up when cars are put in reverse. Guys, I love a good rear camera. I like the backup camera. Turn around like you used to. Just turn around and look. And if your kid got a license without turning around and looking, you shouldn't let your kid drive. Turn around, look, use your eyes, you're responsible. That said, if you offer the system, you gotta go out there and fix it. General Motors, is it General Motors that just pulled their guidance? Because of the tariffs, General Motors has pulled its guidance for 2025, saying we have no idea. First, they lowered it because they thought they'd have like $5 billion worth of tariff exposure, and now they've suspended it. We have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. Up is down, left is a banana. We don't know. So anything we thought we were going to make, anything we thought was going to happen, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see where the other deals are with other nations and whether or not this deal with the UK is the template. Or indeed, will each nation have its own deal with its own rules? And will that 10% tariff remain with everybody? Curious how the market responds to that. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
38th at College Avenue, Tony. That is a crash. And northbound 65 slows from Raven Street up to the south split. And lanes are reduced as you get closer to the south split. And just be careful as you make your way through construction zones. Northbound 465 slow on the east side. 70 up to Penn Pike. Inbound 69 tight from 96th Street to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Qualifying the Armed Forces Day, the PPG Armed Forces qualifying at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's going to be a good time. You want to go? I've got 2 tickets, and if you are the 5th caller, they are yours, 317-239-9393. It's going to be such a good time at qualifying. If you've never done qualifying, it's incredible. An absolutely great party, and you should go. You should be there. You should be a part of it. You are the 5th caller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get tickets to the PPG Armed Forces qualifying weekend, one of the days. Check it out. Go be the 5th caller, 317-239-9393.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Do we have a new Pope?
Pope Watch continues. Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Greetings, Boomtown. Ever since this neighborhood switched to Xfinity Internet,
The Wi-Fi is booming!
Xfinity combines the power of internet and mobile with one all-in plan.
So we've all got lightning-fast, secure Wi-Fi speeds at home and on the go with Wi-Fi Power Boost from Xfinity Mobile.
You get the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best in-class equipment and unlimited data included. Plus, add an unlimited mobile line.
All for only $40 a month for 1 year. To celebrate this combo, we're mashing our shows together.
It's everything you need all in one plan. Plus, learn how to get a free 5G phone with a premium unlimited line. Now, sit back and relax with the smooth, relaxing sound
of face-melting acid metal!
Brilliant.
Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Ends June 23rd with paperless billing and autopay stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet gateway required. Taxes, fees extra. After 1 year rate increases to $110 a month. After 2 years regular rates apply. Actual Wi-Fi speeds vary. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report August 2024.
Your future holds so much potential. The question is, are you planting the right seeds today to make it flourish? At Howard Bailey Financial, we strive to help you create a retirement plan that can adapt to your evolving needs, offering guidance to bring you clarity, confidence, and purpose along the way. Whether you're just beginning or refining your financial strategy, we're here to support you. Let's grow something lasting together. Text GROW to 888-262-1104 to start planning for your future full of possibility. That's GROW to 888-262-1104. Take the first step today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Land
Then he went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This May, you've got a chance to see what an IndyCar driver's dream garage really looks like. WIBC's Tales from the Track, presented by Relay Indiana, takes you inside Graham Rahal Performance, a high-octane hangout where racing meets luxury. Hammer and Nigel sit down with Graham for great stories, laughs, and insights from someone who grew up on the hallowed grounds of the IMS. But this backstage pass to speed, style, and surprises is sold out. The only place to register to win tickets is WIBC.com.
This May, be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives reminds you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Reinhardt Heating and Cooling? Find that American Standard air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Hey, this is Rob.
And this is Casey.
Do we have a new Pope?
Pope Watch continues. Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A lawsuit filed against a Brownsburg daycare. You have a clear radar in downtown Indianapolis where it's 46 degrees. Nothing but sunshine. 69 is the high today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. Families of children involved in a sexual abuse case at a Brownsburg daycare are taking legal action. Attorneys Tammy Meyer and Catherine Michael are representing the families of children who police say were sexually exploited by 22-year-old Gabriel Garner, a former employee at Main Street University for Kids.
They have geo-located at least 130 of those pictures to that daycare center, meaning that the perpetrator was abusing children there, taking those pictures and sharing the child pornography.
Michael's speaking with Wish TV says Garner will appear in court this morning. The Department of Justice has opened a criminal investigation into real estate transactions involving New York's Attorney General.
The case against New York Attorney General Letitia James centers around real estate transactions in Virginia and New York and accuses her of falsifying bank documents and property records to, quote, acquire government-backed assistance and more favorable loan terms. James, a Democrat whose office has sued President Trump and the Trump Organization, obtained a $450 million judgment against him last year for inflating or deflating the value of properties and other assets in order to get better insurance deals and loans. The president has accused her of bringing the case for political gain and to interfere with the 2024 election.
That's Fox's Tanya J. Powers reporting. Meanwhile, President Trump says he's open to small tax increases on wealthy Americans to help pay for his plan to boost the middle and working classes.
I can tell you right now we are all united in that we have to extend the tax cuts. We can't have the Americans suffering a rise in taxes.
That's Florida Senator Ashley Moody speaking with Fox News a couple of minutes ago. A jury is finding a Kokomo man not guilty of murder. Jarrett Lewis has more.
After deliberating for 7 hours over 2 days, a jury is finding Kokomo man Flint Vincent Farmer not guilty of the murder of 18-year-old Karina McClurkin in 2016. Farmer is not out of the legal spotlight yet. After Thursday's verdict was read, the Howard County Prosecutor's Office filed 7 felony obstruction of justice charges against him, claiming he gave false and misleading statements to investigators and told witnesses to lie about being involved in the burial of McClurkin's body. A warrant has been issued for Farmer's arrest, and he could face prison time if convicted of the new obstruction charges. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you're struggling with life, you might need some help. John Herrick reports on the Volunteers of America, Ohio, and Indiana.
What you're hearing there is the Power of Hope event that the organization hosted at the Ritz Charles in Carmel Thursday morning. Greg is a U.S. Army veteran who spoke at the banquet.
Without the VOA, I wouldn't be where I am today. They gave me a life.
That's why he says you should never be afraid to reach out if you are having a tough time, because you could regret it.
Go find somebody that'll help you. The VOA, or whatever organization that can help you.
The VOA of Ohio and Indiana says they provide housing and assistance to veterans, mothers struggling with addiction, people returning from prison, and other families in need. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indiana Pacers know they'll face a desperate Cleveland team tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The top-seeded Cavs are down 2-0 in the best-of-7 playoff series, thanks to this guy, Tyrese Halliburton.
The series isn't over, far from over. We know they've had some guys down. There'll probably be more guys who will come back throughout the course of the series, and you never know what that's going to look like. But this is a team who is the number one seed for a reason.
Now, there are reports that say Halliburton tweaked his wrist, but he brushed it off in practice yesterday, saying that he's all good. Game 3 tonight at Gainbridge at 7:30. Western Conference playoffs, the Minnesota Timberwolves are even with the Golden State Warriors. 117-93 win at home. That series tied at 1. And the IndyCar series rolls into Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend with the Sancio Grand Prix coverage right here at 93 WIBC starting at 2 tomorrow. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, Ryan, looking to northbound 65 south side. Stop and go traffic from Raymond into the south split. That's because of construction. And we start to lose lanes as we get close to the break between 65-70 in the south split. Eastbound 465 slow before Allisonville Road. East side northbound 465 tight after 70 up to Penn Pine. Crash 38th Street at College Avenue. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This may be a hero at the finish line. Indiana Donor Network and Driven to Save Lives remind you to say yes to organ donation the next time you're at the BMV. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it?
Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight.
Want coffee? I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? Dow futures up 39. NASDAQ futures up 55. That is waiting to see what happens, right? That's about taking a look at this deal with the UK and saying, wait, is this deal but tariffs? Then there is the story that now Donald Trump would cut the tariffs on China from 145% to 80%. Is this all because of the negotiation that's taking place between China and the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and the Trade Representative Jameson Greer this weekend in Switzerland? I don't know, because we were told no, not changing anything. And then the question was asked, if the first stage of negotiations are successful, would things go down? And Trump was like, maybe. I would say that 80% is way too low from 145. I mean, if you're indeed engaging in, well, show us you're serious, and we'll give you a little until we get the deal. Just seems like too low of a drop. Remember, I don't like any of the tariffs. I don't mind anything that happens to China. I don't think we should pay back the debt we owe China. I think they've already taken it from stealing technology and giving us COVID. I think that we've given them enough. We don't owe you anything. You're thieves. You stole it back. You killed people, and that was your recompense. Have a nice day. People want to blame Trump. Trump and his terrible rollout of COVID, and he killed people. China killed people. I can't believe we actually have to go through this. If you want to blame Trump, man, you're just too weird. You're too weird. You're too spiteful. You're too hateful. You shouldn't be allowed in the general public. The Chinese Communist Party lied about COVID, lied about gain-of-function research, lied about the leak, allowed the disease to spread, bought up the PPE, the personal protective equipment, and then resold it to the globe. They are the murderers, as all communists are. If you can't say that, well, then you're unserious. If I see one more pseudo-intellectual, look at me, I'm an economist, look at me, I'm this, and I don't like Trump. No one cares if you like Trump, boo-boo. We only care about the data. And the data is China's guilty. And I don't know why we have to pay back a guilty party that killed our people. Oil prices, $61.10 a barrel on the West Texas crude. That's up $5 a barrel, I believe, over the last week. $63.98 on the Brent crude. The 10-year Treasury is at 4.38%. Had a little bit of a dip. Was that earlier this week, but not enough to count. This is where it's at. But I know that some people have been able to get mortgages at 6.5%. And in today's world, that's considered pretty good. 6.5% would be considered all right. But at 4.38%, you're talking about rates that are clearly going to be 7% rates. So if you can find it at 6.5%, I'm not in the mortgage business. I have no connection to anybody in the or financial connection to anybody in the mortgage business. 6.5 might be a winner right now if you're looking for a home. Tony Katz, that is me, by the way. What's up? 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The pothole. Formed in colder months, tiny fissures are born, and in no time at all, they grow into big, gigantic tire killers. That's why you need Matt Baird Traffic.
Watch out on Keystone Avenue.
He'll guide you around these hidden monsters.
Yeah, might as well call it a basement.
And on to safer ground.
You don't want to be in the far left lane.
Mornings and afternoons on 93 WIBC.
You know exactly why you need to remodel that kitchen of yours. The space, it's outdated. You can't move around like you used to. It doesn't work like it needs to. You want to entertain and you want to improve your quality of life. This can happen, just not with the kitchen you have. You need to call Booher Remodeling, BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. They can take that old kitchen that's deteriorating and broken down and turn it into something that works for you and your family. Their 5-step design process from start to finish, the consultation, the preliminary design, the design development, getting all the documents together, and then getting it done. The best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana. Booher Remodeling will guide you through the entire process, starting with the free initial consultation, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Create that new kitchen. Design experts can use an existing layout or begin completely from scratch. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. BOOHER, BooherRemodeling.com. That's BooherRemodeling.com.
Beck Toyota has been sold to the Hubler Automotive Group. But before the Hubler name comes, everything goes. And when Hubler says everything goes, we mean it. Every pre-owned Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, Tundra, every car, every truck, everything in the showroom, everything on the lot. Need credit? Managers will be on site, accepting applications for immediate review. Plus, Hubler's got you covered. Every Q-certified vehicle includes our 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Before the grand opening of Hubler Toyota, everything goes. It's your chance to save like never before. Don't miss it. When Hubler says everything goes, we mean it. On US 31 South in Indianapolis, across from Hubler Chevrolet. Visit HublerToyota.com. Before the Hubler name comes, everything goes. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try ZipIntro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipIntro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's. 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 Puccini's Pizza, Pasta, Puccini's.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's up?
Southside northbound 65. Stop and go traffic Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Crash at 38th and College. East side northbound 465 slow after 70 on 2 Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
45 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
Recovery is a journey, and no one walks it alone. The Supporting Sobriety podcast helps friends and families understand addiction, offer support, and care for themselves along the way. Hosted by Matt Bear and Ryan Hedrick. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
The most important advice I can give to someone regarding their heating and air conditioning system is for them to change their filters.
And get regular maintenance from B&W HVAC Plumbing and Electrical, your American Standard air dealer.
I know this. Oh, I'm going to get it wrong. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here is how we play. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is, and I couldn't figure out. I'm stuck right now between Hogan's Heroes and F Troop. Stop. Don't. I'm going to go with the chat room. There we live stream. You can find it on Twitter X, find it on YouTube. I'm going with the chat room. I said it's one of the two. This is Hogan's Heroes.
Are we counting that as a you got it right?
I'm going to give that one to the chat room right there. Listen, I had a 50-50 shot at it. And the chat room's like, I can't believe Tony is struggling with this. Have we not met? The obscure things I have no problem with. The easy things, I'm like, what is that? I have a very Dennis Miller issue. The more obscure. Right. The more obscure, the better off I am. Good Lord. Now people are jumping in with Gomer Pyle. It's already over, Missy. You missed it.
Gomer Pyle.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Give that one to the chat room.
Okay.
Give that one to the chat room. Now I can't remember what the so next time I hear something that is military-esque, I will end up thinking F Troop is what I will do. Right there. We play every day. Sponsorships are now available. Just reach out and producer Carl will take fine care of you. On Tony Katz today, we'll be taking a look at the trade deal and whether or not this is the template for everybody else. We will get into that. Also, we'll be getting into Trump pushing the Ukraine peace deal, calling for a 30-day truce, saying that more sanctions are possible. We will get into that one and the total disaster that is Joe Biden. Is Joe Biden now doing all these interviews because the books are going to come out talking about his mental decline and he wants to be like, no, I'm fine? No. He doesn't know where he's at. His family is making him do this. They hate him. It is horrific. And the press won't admit that they're the ones guilty of the cover-up. Then there's the story of the Frontier Airlines ticket agents. It's a really weird story in that this guy goes up to the Frontier counter. I don't know what airport he's at. He's North Carolina. He's going from North Carolina to Boston. And he's trying to check in. And the ticket, the agent there says it's $25. I guess it costs money to check in with a person. I didn't know Frontier did this. So everybody starts recording. Immediately, everybody's out with a phone. And the guy's like, I'm not paying $25 to check in. That's insane. The agents start, instead of helping him, start mocking him. And you thought you was going to get on your flight. That's the actual quote. I mean, there's a whole thing in here about how the agents are black and the guy is white. And was there a racial thing involved here? What? Is that impossible? But first, I didn't know that they charge you $25 to have a human being check you in. Secondly, why would you respond with mocking a guy who now can't check in? Wouldn't you just explain to him what's going on? And it's nuts. They're laughing at him. They're yelling at him. It's super weird. One of them just walks away. It's the weirdest thing you ever saw. Frontier says, and I'm quoting, "We are aware of what occurred and we have been directly in touch with the customer. The individuals in question who work for a third-party contractor are no longer associated with the Frontier account." They reimbursed him for his original flight, refunded his original flight, reimbursed him for a different flight that he booked to get home. It's super weird. The whole thing is super weird. And there is a question about whether race played a part in this. But there's also really a cultural conversation that everybody is way too scared to have. Why do people act like this? And I can point to 100 different things in 100 different ways across a panoply of people. What is this? If you worked the ticket counter, did you feel like you were getting one over on the guy? What's with the sass? What's with the attitude? Who wants your attitude? Who asked for your personality? My job, what I do, what I get paid for, to the chagrin of many upset trolls in Indianapolis. Oh, the trolls have been louder and louder and louder. I for the record, I sleep great. Oh, go ahead. Be louder. Doesn't mean anything. It never will. But why is it that we would see this type of reaction, this type of response? What does one win from this? What does one gain from this? Why is this the place you would direct yourself? The guy is upset. All right, that can happen. And your answer is, ha-ha? What kind of training is this? And does it not matter because in a cultural sense, people believe that if you are bothered, they can, just do whatever. Attack, mock, denigrate. Oh, well, you're not going to get to where you want to go. Sucks to be you. I don't think one should go in starting a fight. I don't think one should be so, bothered by their job and being decent that when asked a question, they respond with nonsense. And we see this all over the place. All over the place. If you work fast food for the customer and for the employee, if you're the customer, if they forgot your sauces, don't get angry. Just ask for them. If a customer asks for sauces, Don't be angry. Just give them the sauces. That's it. That's all there is. It doesn't take a fight. No one needs to be throwing the point of sale system. There doesn't have to be bloodshed over a dipping sauce, which, by the way, sucks anyway. If the thing that you're ordering needs dipping sauce to be consumed, the thing that you're ordering is terrible. Why not just order a pound of sugar and swallow that? That's basically the sauce. Which, well, maybe I've gotten a little bit carried away here. I'll see you guys at PA Jewelers for their grand opening this afternoon at 4 o'clock. The Meekin auction, a lot of good things going on right now. Matt Bear has traffic.
It's a crash 38th at College Avenue. On the south side, northbound 65 slows. Raymond up to the south split. That's because of construction blocking the left lane. East side, northbound 465 slow after 70 up to Penn Pike. North side, westbound 465 slow after 31 to Ditch Road. And the eastbound lanes also slow after Michigan Road over to Meridian 31. Inbound 69 slow after 96th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Donor Network. This May, you can be a hero at the finish line. Say yes to organ donation and talk to your family about your decision. A message from Indiana Donor Network and driven to save lives. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. And follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offers minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 317-516-6861 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. 317-516-6861 for free information today. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 317-516-6861 for fast, easy, affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 317-516-6861.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/.